Hello guys, welcome to Coding Helpline. Today's program is another program in the series of Java applications to interact with the database. In this application, I am going to implement a Java swing-based interface to manage the inventory system. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to promote. Share our videos, provide comments, and if you have suggestions, drop me a message. Thank you. Let's begin. Toolset. This application will use the almost same toolset I have used in the Java text-driven CRUD application to manage the inventory system. MySQL 8, MySQL Workbench, NetBeans 8.2, JDK 1.8, and JConnector 8.0.12. In previous program in text-based Java application, I have used connector 8.0.12 that has a bug for the SSL connection to the MySQL server. So I have to upgrade the MySQL server and the JConnector. Problem statement. Text-based menu driven application to manage the product inventory. Now we are going to make a swing-based application. Add product, edit product, delete product, and view products. Now the classes. I am going to use the previous classes from the text-based application. DBConnection will be our previous class that will help us to connect to the database. Product is an entity class that is also from the same application I have developed for the text-based inventory management system. This simple class will have ID, name, quantity, and price, standard getters, and constructor methods. DBHandler. This class will be almost same. If we need to change something, we will edit it. InventoryController. This class I will edit this class to suit the GUI. InventoryView. This will be the new class that will provide the graphical user interface to the inventory management system. Driver. We will edit this class also from the previous application. Let's begin. This is the database table that we are going to use. I have developed in previous application. Let's see, we have some data in the database. This is the record I have created in the previous program. We are going to use the same database structure. Let's begin our application. This is the DB class, connection class. This is the parameter for the SSL. This parameter produced an exception in JConnector 8.0.12. So that's why I have upgraded to the latest JConnector 8.0.21. DBHandler class. This class is already written, and we will edit the class if we need to. Otherwise, we will use it as it is. InventoryController class. We might need to change this class to suit our GUI interface because we don't need the CLI now. Inventory system. Here we will change the method invocation and object invocation. Product class. This will remain the same. Standard class. 4 attributes, default constructor, parameter constructor, standard getters, and setters. And we might need this one for the display if I'm going to use the JText area. Let's create our graphical user interface. Java class, InventoryView. I'm not going to use swing palette to draw the GUI through the IDE. I am going to write the code to develop the GUI. This is our class. To keep it simple, I am going to implement GUI class, extend the JFrame, and implements action listener. Imports java.util, import java.awt, import java.awt.event, and import javax.swing. These packages will be used in the application. Okay, now due to action listener, we need to implement a function, override a function, action performed, public void action performed, and this function takes action event as a parameter. Okay, we implement later. Notation, annotation, override, event handler. Okay, we declare components. Private J label, select label. Let's say LBL select. Private J label, LBL product ID. Private J label, LBL product name. Private J label, LBL product, let's say quantity. Private J label, LBL price. Text fields. Private J text field, TXT product ID. Private J text field, TXT product name. Private J text field, TXT quantity. Private J text field, TXT price. Now we need a combo box. Private J combo box, CBO products. We will list the collection of IDs here. Now buttons. Private J button, btn add. Private J button, btn added. Private J button, btn delete. Private J button, btn list, or let's say display. And private J button, btn close the application. Now the text area, display area. Private J text area, txt display. Private J scroll pane. This will be used for providing scroll bars. Now J panels. Private J panel, select panel. panel select, private jpanel, panel inputs, and that's it. Two are enough. Let's write the constructor public InventoryView constructor to set up the GUI and all the housekeeping. And inside constructor we set up the frame features. Set up frame features. This dot set title, inventory management system, size of the window, let's say 800, 700, and let's say 500, 400. Okay, let's say 500. This dot set preferred size 700, new dimension 700, 500. This dot set location of the window, let's say 200 and 300. This dot set layout, let's say flow layout, new flow layout, layout dot center, flow layout dot center, and spaces horizontal and vertical 5. This dot set visible true, and let's set close operation. This dot default flow layout. This dot set default close operation, jframe dot exit on close. Okay, now almost done. Let disable resizable. This dot set resizable is equal to false. Now pack the GUI. Pack the GUI. This dot pack. Okay. Now set up the panels with GUI components. Output area. This dot txt display is equal to new j text area. This dot pane is equal to new j scroll pane. This dot text display. Set its size. Dot pane dot set preferred size. Let's say 700, 670 and 250. New dimension. We may change it if we need to. Set scroll bar policy. This dot pane dot set scroll auto scrolls is equal to true. This dot add this dot pane. Okay, now our output area is set. Okay, let's run it once to see what is happened. Inventory view is equal to new inventory view. Okay, must be some error. Okay, we have an output area and our window is ready. Let's start coding. Input selection pane. Setup, select panel, and setup input panel. Okay, we are going to write these two functions. Public void setup input panel. Public void setup select panel. Create product selection panel. Okay, this dot panel select new J panel. Set its size panel. Dot set preferred size new dimension 670. This is horizontal size, and let's say 90. We can reduce later. Set the border. This dot panel dot set border. Use border factory. Dot create title border. Select product. Add. This dot add this dot. Panel select. Now J label. This dot LBL select is equal to new J label. Select a product ID. This dot LBL select dot set preferred size new dimension, let's say 200 and 30. This dot select panel select dot add this dot LBL select. Okay, J combo box. This dot CBO products integer, because our product ID is integer based. Integer. Is equal to J combo box. This dot CBO products dot set preferred size new dimension, let's say 330. Action listener. This dot CBO products dot add action listener this. This dot panel select dot add this dot CBO products. Now our input panel is ready. Let's run it. Okay, see, our input panel is here. We will load it at the startup time. Okay, now we implement the input panels. Input panel and components. We can copy this to speed up and change the panel name. Dot panel inputs, same size, we just change the variable name. and here manage products. Now create the components for inputs. This dot LBL, product ID, new J label. Okay, product ID. This dot LBL, product ID dot set preferred size, new dimension, let's say 100 and 25. This dot panel select, inputs dot add this dot LBL, product ID, text area, this dot txt, product ID, new J text area, text field, this dot txt, product ID, set preferred size, new dimension, let's say 150, and let's increase its size 150. Okay, and 150, 25. Add this dot panel dot add this dot txt, product ID. Okay, our first row is ready. Two more. Copy paste and change the names. Same thing we do for number 2, number 3. Same code, copy paste. Okay, product ID, product name, change the name and change the variable names. This is also product name. Change the product name 1, 2, and now product price, quantity, LBL quantity, spell error, txt quantity, txt quantity is there, product price, LBL price, and change the variable names, txt price, okay, let's see how it looks. Okay, perfect. We have product ID, we have product name and quantity and price, and properly laid out due to the layout manager flow layout. We need to expand this and need to shrink this one to add a row for the buttons. Okay, to do so I am going to make it let's say 150, and I am going to reduce this one, select panel here. Now I'll leave it here. Let's make the button row. This dot btn add new J button, add product. This dot btn add dot set preferred size, new dimension 120, 25. Okay, add action listener. This dot btn add dot add action listener, this dot set preferred size. Okay, I think this is enough. Add to the panel. This dot panel inputs dot add this dot btn add. Okay, copy paste to add the remaining buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add it. This is delete. btn display all. Let's say all. And close button. Close. Let's run once. Okay, over button row is there. Let's adjust it to 120. Okay, it looks better now. And shrink this one to 200. Okay, we can expand it 20. Okay, that's good now. It looks pretty. Now the functionality. GUI is ready. Now add the backend code. Okay, the first private void load products. This function will load all the product IDs into the combo box drop down list. Okay, we need a reference for the controller. Private inventory controller inventory controller. Inside constructor we create its object. This dot controller is equal to new inventory controller. Okay, we call the load IDs. This dot load products. Okay, inventory controller. I think I wrote a function to get the list of all the products. Add product, update products, display inventory. Now DBHandler open. Okay, get products. Yes, I have a function here. Okay, we can make a wrapper inside inventory controller class. Public. Let's copy this dot handler dot get products. Okay, this will return the array of all the products. Okay, we use this function. What is wrong here? Return and GUI. Okay, clean this dot remove all items. Add array list products is equal to this dot controller dot get products. Okay, now iterate for product p products. This dot add item. Item is p dot get product id. Okay, that's it. Let's run and test it. Okay, see, product id is selected. Now this dot products dot set selected index -1. This will clear the selection. Okay, event handler. Object source is equal to event dot get source. If source dot equals this dot products, we load the we need to select the product. Select product, new function. Okay, private void select product. Select and display product data into the text box, text fields. Okay, first the index. This dot int idx is equal to this dot cpo dot get selected index. If idx is greater than equal to 0, if a product is selected, we get a product from controller. Get product. Okay, we need to write this function. Inventory controller public product. Oh, need an ID. 1 minute. Open. This dot get selected item. Int ID integer dot parse int dot to string. Let's see, if we have issue, we will change it later. Product get product int ID. This dot handler dot get product, we have a function to return a product from the database. Get a product by ID. Return product. Okay, here dot get product. Now set the values. If product is not equal to none, it means we have a product available by the given or selected ID. This dot txt product ID dot set text string dot value of product dot get ID. This dot product name set text product dot get product name. This dot txt quantity dot set text product dot string dot value of product dot get quantity. This dot txt price set text string dot value of product dot get price. That's it, guys. Let's test it. Okay, Okay, first item is selected and displays the product information from the database. Let's add functionality for the add button. Private void add product. Add new product into the database. Parse values try, catch, exception e dot print stack trace. It is necessary because we are handling integer and decimal data. Now product ID. Int product ID is equal to integer dot parse int this dot txt product ID dot get text. String name this dot txt product name dot get text. Int quantity integer dot parse int this dot txt quantity dot get text. Double price double dot parse double this dot txt price dot get text. Now we have the data ready. Create a product object product is equal to new product ID name qty and price. Now add by calling controller function controller dot add. If controller dot add product. Okay, alert message. Let's say we add a alert message. Let's say public void display info string message j option pane dot show message dialog. This message title is info and type is j option pane dot information message. Okay, this is our alert message. Okay, display info product has been added. Else let's say error message copy paste display error. String message leave everything as it is and just change the error type. Message type dot error message display error product is not saved. Here let's say added. Okay, we need to write this function. Open public boolean add product this dot handler dot insert product. Okay, we already have this function written in the previous video. Return add new product return true if added false otherwise. Okay, over product. This function is ready. Let's call from the handler. Over handler function is here. Else if source dot equals this dot btn add. Call the add product function. I have not added the input validation, So we have to enter, hold on, we need to call the load products to update the combo box. This dot load products. Okay, now let's say 3, and here I add hammer, price is equal to 10.5, and this is, let's say, 22, add product. Okay, product has been added. We have an alert. Let's see, we have here, we can select between different products that are in the database, and the display will change. It will output the product details. Okay, now we implement display all. Let's put a reset button, private void reset form. This dot txt display dot set text. This dot txt price dot set text. This dot txt product id dot set text. This dot txt product name dot set text. This dot txt quantity dot set text. Okay, this will clear the form. Clear the form. Okay, load products and add products. After adding the products, reset form. Now added private void added product. Added an existing product. Check selection. Int idx is equal to this dot cbo products dot get selected index. If idx is greater than equal to 0, else this dot display error. Please select product. Now copy all the data from here. Add product. Add. Okay, all of this. ID, name, quantity and price, product. Okay, now we call the edit product function. Has been updated, has not been updated. Rest remain the same. We add this function. InventoryController public boolean added product. Return this dot handler dot update product. Okay, added product, quantity and price. Return true if edited, otherwise false. Let's test this function. Okay, we need to call it first. Inside the function event handler. Else if source dot equals this dot btn added, this dot added product. Selection is there. Let's say change the price. Let's say we set it to 15. Added product. Product has been updated. Okay, now let's select it 22 and 15. Price is changed. Let's change the price of this one, 15.99. Added product. Product updated. Select. Okay, see 15.99. So our added function is working perfectly. Now the delete private void delete product. Okay, we pass this value. Check if selection is made. If IDX is greater than equal to 0, else this dot display error. Please select a product. Now ID, int ID is equal to, we have this code right here. If controller dot delete product ID, display info, product has been deleted. Else display error, product is not deleted or not found or not exist, whatever suits you. This dot load products, this dot reset form. Okay, now we add this function into the controller. Controller public boolean delete product int ID, return this dot handler dot delete product. Okay, function to remove a product, return true if deleted, false otherwise. Guys, all these functions are already implemented in the DBHandler class that I made for the text driven CRUD application. Let's run this. Okay, 2, this is already selected. Let's 3, we delete this one. Click. What happened here? Oh, we did not call it. Else if source dot equals this dot btn delete, this dot delete product. Okay, let's run now. Okay, product 3 and delete product has been deleted. Okay, product is removed. We left with only product with the ID 2 and product 3 is gone, removed from the database. Now the last function, else if source dot equals btn close system dot exit. This is our close operation. And else if source dot equals btn display. Let's create a display. This display products. Let's set a font for the symmetric display in the text area. This is constructor and we set a font here. Font is equal to new font. Let's say Courier new font dot plain and let's say 14. This dot txt display dot set font. Okay, we are done. Now the display function. What is the error? Display products. Okay, we need to write this function. Private void display products. Display all the products. Okay, let me see the inventory system. Maybe we have a function already done. Open, run a menu, display, delete product, display inventory. Okay, this function can be changed. Okay, public string get products, get the products as string to display, return products. Okay, copy this code and build the string. String output plus p2 string return output. Okay, I think we will get it run. What is the error? Okay, same function. Get products as string. Okay, now we are good. Inside this function, this dot txt display dot set text controller dot gets as string. Okay, that's it. Let's run this application. Okay, display all. Okay, we have a pretty printing the list of all the products. Let's add some products. Is not added because of the same key. Okay, 3 hammer 2 9.95 add. Okay, 4 let's say screwdriver and quantity 10, let's say 15.95 add. Okay, display all. Okay, see, all the listing is here, all the price. Thank you guys. This is the program Java Swing menu driven application to manage the inventory. Please subscribe to our channel to promote it. Thank you guys. See you with the next video.